Welcome back to the Sound for More channel, another tutorial on Korg Gadget 3. Today we are going to have a look at the mixer section down here. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's create a new project. So we now know how to do that. We have seen that in many tutorials by now. So let's choose something, another synth, like, let's say, perhaps this Berlin one. There you are. And I have connected, as always, an external controller, my Akai Professional MPK Mini Plus. Okay, so as you know, you can expand and collapse this section here, which is the mixer section. Here you have the gadget. You can click on it, of course, to access the clip, or as we have seen, you can go directly on the clip up here. Now, in terms of this dial here, this is your pan. So at the moment it's on center, which it says center. Left. And right, of course, so you can do that. Unfortunately, if you double click, it doesn't reset it as default, so you need to move it manually until it actually go back to the center like so. Okay, you have your volume here for the particular track, of course. You can solo it or you can mute it. In that case, nothing will happen. It will not create any sound because it's muted. Of course, you can create new tracks. You click on the plus sign here, and for example, you can bring in a London gadget. So in this case, you have two tracks. Again, you have controls for your pan, for your volume, the track volume. Now, when you have multiple tracks, you can also go to the left here. You have a main track, and here you can actually adjust the master volume here for both tracks. So for example, if I had a clip on the London gadget like so, and I was playing, you can adjust both track via master volume here. Okay. The other thing you can also do is, let's say that, for example, you have solo here on the London gadget track. If you press here solo mute off, it just removes the solo. The same if you have a mute, remute that, and it removes that mute. Again, two solos, you remove them, two mutes, you remove them, or also a combination of them, it removes them all, which is actually quite nice. That is why you have here written solo mute off. Now, this dial here on the right hand side of your pan control, if you move it, it says reverb send. So that is the amount of signal that goes to the reverb, which is here on the main track. So you can hear the reverb. So we are going to send the signal from the Berlin gadget directly to the reverb section. And here you can adjust the timing, which is effectively the decay. Or the tail, you can make it shorter or longer. And similarly will work also for the other gadget. So nice and simple. Now here you have an off button. If you click on it, you have two choices: a limiter, which allows you to set a limit, of course, which you can, of course, override. So just be careful at clipping. And then you have a DEEMAX, which allows you to actually increase the volume without losing the quality. And you have just one knob to do that. Sorry, one slider here, one lever. You have also turbo mode for that punching sound. And also you have a safe mode, which you can turn on to limit excessive saturation. And then of course you have it on and off there. You can see as you increase these, you have, of course, additional volume on the meters coming up. Okay, so you can set it, of course, to off. The other thing I wanted to show you here, if you click on the function button, now it gives you a different option. You can click on change, and in this case, you just choose another gadget. So, for example, Brussels, like so, and so you have replaced that gadget. Again, you have an option to delete and ask you if you're sure. Then you click again to confirm that. You can duplicate the track. So in this case, you have 2 London gadgets. And then if you comes across sometimes that because you have too many gadgets and the project is quite big and it starts to create artifacts or clicks like sound, then what you can do, you can reduce the user's consumption just freezing the track. So you click on that, and depending on the length of the track, of course, it might take longer to freeze. And you can see now this track is frozen, and it gives you the option to unfreeze it, of course, while the second one is not frozen, so you can still freeze it. And you can see there is a shady color. Now, when a track is frozen, you cannot edit it. You can click on here, but you cannot edit it. While a track which is not frozen, you can, of course, edit the clip. So because it's frozen, it just converted into a waveform, and then of course it doesn't have to process the sound through the gadget, and therefore it uses less CPU. Of course, at any time you can unfreeze it, and then of course you can go back to where you were and you can edit that clip as you can see. Okay, and the only other thing that we haven't seen is effect here. So you click where it says effect, insert effect. Of course, you need to bring up the panel here, and then you are on the second view for effects, where you can add 5 different effects, but we're going to cover that in an upcoming tutorial. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.